Lost time and I don't know.
Agent Ryan and Agent Barone, give me another sanity roll.
Okay. I got a 50. I did not succeed.
Roll a d4 for sand loss. Kristina?
Those are terrible. I got another 86, which I already got before.
Give me a d4 of sanity loss as well.
I got a minus 2.
You can project that if you want, Barone.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, who have you been projecting on?
I'm going to project on Jaden, my ex-spouse, who I still decently consider close family. And I think maybe anger is being turned towards that because that might be the only closest that I had left. I just joined this new team. I just started to, form 2 friendships, and one is completely gone and one is in shambles. And I'm just mad that I'm stuck with this one relationship, this one thing. And I think that's where that's going.
Okay, roll a d4 for how much willpower and what comes off of that bond.
I got a 4.
Okay, so you take 4 off your willpower and 4 off that bond, but you don't lose any sand.
Oh, okay.
The gambling. All right, you can't project unless you want to lose all your willpower and go catatonic, Agent Ryan. Is that what you want to do?
Okay, say that again. Sorry.
If you since you have such low willpower, if you project, you could go catatonic.
And if I don't?
Then you lose the full sanity that...
So I rolled a 1, so it would just be a 1 sanity, correct?
Yep.
I will do that.
There you go. You guys are both in your right mind, seeing that Dell has been extracted by the Migo. What do you do next?
So we haven't seen anything at this point, right? Like we just saw like a purplish hue, and then we walked over to where Dell's body is and saw that his brain is gone.
Yeah, you saw his head completely split in half like a melon, and the cavity's empty and looks like it's been scooped out with precision.
Okay, so the brain isn't like crawling away in front of us or anything. It is gone.
We don't see it floating in a jar going up into space.
Sprout spider legs and start crawling around. So.
Hey man, with the stuff you've spouted at us, that absolutely could happen. So that was I'm seriously asking about that for sure.
No surprises there.
Next arc, so.
Right. So fuck. And I'm gonna turn to Ryan. Ryan, not to bring this up too soon, but you committed 2 brains, 1 brain, 70 brains, I don't know. Can you tell me if our dear friend Dell's brain counted for one of those now?
I had nothing to do with this. This was not a part of my agreement. I don't know if that was part of Cross's deal or what, but this is not in my wheelhouse. So maybe they just scoop brains out of bodies.
Well, I mean, I think we should probably tuck that away, because if that's the case, maybe we can pay your debt with the brain of a corpse, and we don't have to kill somebody to make sure you don't die too. Or me, or somebody.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it should just be mine. I don't know.
Listen, I may not be happy and be a little twisted, but I don't have a lot left, Ryan, and if I could choose it not to be your brain also, I would very much choose that. However, I think maybe at the moment we should put a pin in that for tonight or tomorrow, and maybe look around here for a little more information. I think we could come back with something more than just a dead friend. And then so we know the house is destroyed, like a bunch of popsicle sticks on the ground. I want to search in 2 places for information. I would like to go through the house. Actually, there's actually 3 things. Let's start with that. I would like to start by going through the rubble of the house and trying to find anything on the weapons information that we never got to ask Karas about. Anything helpful up here.
And while she does that, I'm gonna start like sauntering over towards like the tunnel entrance and kind of like taking a look at it.
Go ahead and roll me a search -20 in the rubble.
Yep, sure. So I'm looking for search 55 -20 is 35, and I got a 20 flat.
You start digging through, and you're able to find Dell's rucksack that had a few grenades in it. As far as information, you dig through the bookshelf that was obliterated and find some of his books. They're obscure, strange books about the occult, some of them about Irish folklore and fairies, and some about alien abductions. He was making some very strange connections, but you do not find anything you would consider that points toward like a weapon or anything Butterfield would have your radar on for.
Okay, great. So chances are any information is down below. Knowing that, I will just start to turn around to start to join Ryan where Ryan is.
Roll a human intelligence for me.
Me? Sure.
Yeah.
This is going to be low, just about 10%, and it's 23.
You know, nothing about this man really resonates with you on a fundamental level, so it's really hard to put yourself in his shoes and understand anything.
While I'm up here and searching, I don't know if those capsules that he was giving us is, snake oil or not, but I would like to get those capsules as well, because I don't know how to fix me. I have a little information. I don't know how much is alive versus not, but if he was injecting himself or taking these capsules, maybe it wasn't just complete voodoo, and I would like to have that as well.
With that search roll, you were able to find some of the capsules in the kitchenette that is tipped over at this point, but you're able to gather about 6 of them.
6? Okay, great.
Yep.
Thanks.
Agent Ryan, you get to the strange portal that is open that goes beneath the earth. Are you just heading down? It's dark.
I'm just kind of scoping it just to see, and then looking back at Barone just to kind of see what she's up to. And I'm just inching closer, thinking about heading down.
You can go before Barone, but you can also wait for Barone because Barone had wrapped up the search fairly quickly.
Yeah. I'm just going to start heading down.
Yeah, the entrance is an obscenity of engineering. It's hidden beneath this strange portal that feels like a circle, but is actually a square once you get inside. There are pine needles that have fallen down in there. The ladder's rebar. It's cold and slick with condensation, and it smells of bleach and old wet pennies as you get down there. And you descend, and the humidity of the swamp is replaced by a refrigerated chill that settles in your lungs like a fungal infection or something of that nature. The air here doesn't move, it waits. It's the smell of ozone, formaldehyde, and a sweet stench of sewage that wafts in from above with some heat. And you get to the bottom of the ladder. There is immediately a large room that is dug into the earth. You've gone down about 15 feet. This took some time and effort. And do you have a flashlight with you?
Sure do.
I won't make you roll luck.
It's in my fanny pack, duh.
Yeah. You flip on the flashlight and you notice that this main chamber has a door directly past it that looks like a piece of plywood with a handle on it. And the walls are covered in plastic. And you feel the draft of almost a refrigerated AC unit, you're not sure, coming from the door the door across the room. And there is a light switch next to you. Do you turn it on?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, there's a buzzing fluorescent tube that immediately erupts and starts to hum above you. And you see a chair, and lying on it is Cheryl. She is strapped to it with a rope, and her feet are tied together, and her clothes are covered in blood, and again, her skull is split in half with precision, and there is no brain in there. One of her eyeballs is hanging out the side of her face. The other one is just completely missing, presumably on the ground, but her face is a slack mask of nothing. Can you roll me sanity?
Yeah.
Man, it keeps going.
There's a lot of people without a brain, man. 28. Okay.
Man, Nick, you got my hopes up and dashed it. I was like, oh my God, she's not dead. Nope, just kidding. She's super dead.
Barone, are you headed down? What are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I pretty much made a promise to myself in talking to him earlier, like I am watching him like a hawk. Is it because I don't want to lose somebody else, or is it because I don't trust Ryan? I don't think Barone truly knows. Maybe a bunch of both. So as soon as Ryan goes down, I think I speed up my steps and head towards that ladder.
Adrian, you hear the clinking of the ladder as Barone comes down. Barone, you get into this well-lit room now with this clinical white light, and you see the body of Cheryl that I just described. You will also have to roll sanity.
Great. Sanity. 41. We got an 82. We failed.
Yeah, give me a d4 of sand loss, and you are able to project if you have enough willpower if you want.
I do. How much willpower did I lose projecting last time?
Those d4s, I believe each one of those d4s, so 4 at one point and 3 at another, I believe. So 7 total.
That sounds right. Give me 1 second. So I need to roll a d4 first?
If you want to project, yeah. Oh, for the sand loss, yes.
For the sand loss. Sand loss is 2.
Okay. Do you want to project?
Let's see. So I'm down 7 from 10, so I'm at 3. So if I project, that can potentially go down to 0, and if it goes down to 0, I go crazy, correct?
You go catatonic. You will fall on the ground and have a seizure. It will be really hard to get you out of there.
Really hard, but not impossible. And my other choice is just take the
full sand loss.
The full sand loss, which will get me down to 39, which will be under my breaking point.
And that'll be a later discussion, the breaking point.
A later discussion?
Yeah, you'll have to get a disorder, and we'll basically craft how that works with your character.
No, I want a disorder. That's kind of messed up, but hey, if I could pick and choose, let's make it interesting. Yes, please.
You have a door in front of you, a body. The rest of the room is just filled with plastic liner. Are you investigating the body? You going straight to the door? What's the order of operation here?
Would Ryan get to go first, or is it because it's my turn and I just got down the ladder and haven't done anything? Does it matter?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Ryan, do you want to go first?
Go for it.
Okay. I think I've seen enough brainless corpses to for a fucking lifetime. So I think I'm going to look straight down at the ground and move past it onto the mission of information gathering to explore the rest of the room.
You just have that plywood door. Are you pulling it open?
I'm gonna listen first and see if I hear anything moving, prep the gun, and then if I don't hear anything, I will indeed. I'll kind of look over at Ryan and give him like the like get ready, like eyes to eyes before I do so. And then I'll open the door.
Yeah, you open the door. There's nothing behind it, no sound. You see almost like an office. Looks like on one side there were bricks stacked, like at one point he was trying to make a wall, but the rest is still dug into the earth under there. There's a desk with a small flickering lamp next to it, and there are just papers and maps hung up, and they're covered in plastic to protect them from the moisture all over.
Okay. I'm gonna start by looking at some of these maps up on the wall and see what was so important to him to semi-laminate these things and have them up at all points in time. Let's start there.
As you get over to one of the maps by the desk, you do notice behind the desk there is a small hole with another door on it that you would have to crawl through to get on. And as soon as you get over there, you feel cold coming from there. And this is very reminiscent of maybe before you were in this cell. You remember something on a convoy that you had to repair that had a similar sense of cold coming from it. You feel that same thing hit your legs from this small doorway. And you're looking at the map. As you feel that, you see that the map has a bunch of dots all over it, red, like little points with pins in them. And it's almost acts like a ledger. You see scribbled dates and some key things as you're looking at it. Actually, go ahead and roll me intelligence times 5 to see what you can pick up from it.
Yeah, sure. Intelligence times 5. I'm looking for 65. I got a 59, so success.
Great.
Barely.
As you're looking at it, this looks like some sort of containment protocol log that he's been mapping. You see small little notes. One, you see LF, and it says coyote, pack aggression, spores present, and then it says incinerated. And another one says hiker, male 20s, intercepted, spores present, rifle fire 200 yards, mile marker 4 buried. Another one says squatters, ghost town, new arrivals. This date is in the current year too. It says 1998. Chemical dependency seems to retard fungal growth. And on the desk, there's similar notebooks, pads of paper, things like that. You dig into that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think I'm kind of digging through this stuff with the mindset of figuring out who, what, when, where, why he was doing the things that he was doing here. But I'm also being hopeful about any of his logged information from past work with Majestic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so part of you feels like you can just grab a bunch of this in your arms and take it out. It would be a lot to read through it. Go ahead and roll me a search roll. And as you're doing that, we're going to cut over to Agent Ryan. Agent Ryan, in this room with all this data around and such, what are you doing?
I mean, I'm literally just like picking up everything that I can to look at it. Yeah.
You give me a search roll as well.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, give me a forensics roll.
64 is what we're going for. And I got a 45.
You're drawn to, it looks like an old Bible that's sitting off away from the desk, right? And there is, right when you open it up, there are missives from somebody named Brother Thomas. And as you scan it, it looks like he was from the Verdant Path. And it looks like he was in contact with these cult members. You get to further into this Bible, and there is a thing that falls out, and it's essentially a recipe. It says communion wine, and then there's a few numbers. Looks like milliliters of the culture and a half-life for how long it'll survive in the wine. And that's it. Can you roll me an int times 5?
Okay. Looking for 80, 11.
Okay, critical success. This is coming
Dang.
together for you. I'm assuming you already pieced this together, but it seems like he set up the Verdant Path to end up in that swamp and has been studying them. You just see observation logs after that, observing them spending more and more time in the swamp, observing them changing quickly, their bodies breaking down in strange ways and taking on characteristics where they've adapted to the swamp in a extremely fast way. It looks like he was doing it under the guise of observation and science. So,
by Ryan working backwards and finding that, does it put like a rough year that he got here and started doing this? Because that would take 15 years. Like, what's that like?
Yeah, you're looking through the log books, and your assumption was he went off the radar about 5 years ago from the report from Butterfield, but it looks like he's been at least taking trips out here and cataloging things for 15 years.
Okay, great.
And yeah, what was your search roll, Barone?
I failed. I got a 78 out of 55.
You stack up all the paperwork you can find, get with Ryan, just create like a pile of these journals. You're probably tearing maps down at this point and folding them to take to Butterfield or burn. It's whatever you feel is prudent. But there is a nagging in your head, like this door that's emitting that cold is just kind of talking to you a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. We got to do one thing or another.
Speaking of Butterfield, is there anything else in this area that indicates any involvement from him? Obviously, we have seen something that has given us some suspicion that he might be. So what more information are we able to find on that, if any?
Go ahead and roll luck.
I got a 42.
That's lucky. Yeah. So you put down the Bible and start looking around even more. And there on the desk, there is just a bunch of other documents, right? And you pick up one that says eyes only on it. And it says Armitage Group / MJ12 Liaison Office. Below it, it's just a memo, right? And in that memo, it says, interfacing with Bob Butterfield continues to demonstrate aptitude for the biological sciences he is providing. While formerly a CIA attaché, his ability to collect specimens and deliver them is beyond our wildest dreams. And then there's a bunch of redacted things. And then there is a recommendation at the bottom. It says, recommend Butterfield be retained on the project even further and given deepest eyes-only missives. So whatever it is, you're assuming that Butterfield was in extremely deep with whatever him and Karas were studying.
Just to be clear, this seems to be all Majestic back and forth stuff. So this is during Karas's time at Majestic.
Double agent, huh?
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's pretty wild. Which and you turn around and Barone's like literally right over your shoulder, like looking right at it, like, huh, wow. Fuck.
And I ask you, Barone, I'm like, what reason do you think that Butterfield would send us here with all the knowledge that he already has on this? I'm not understanding what his purpose was on sending us here now. I'm very confused.
Cannot answer that. I mean, there's so many things that Butterfield chose not to tell us. His involvement in this in any capacity whatsoever, that he ever worked with Majestic. I mean, I have more questions and more distrust now in Butterfield than literally ever. I mean, before it was yes or no, sir, and now it's fucking no thanks, mister. Like, I don't know.
Well, I definitely save all of this material in whatever way that looks like, right? Like, am I taking pictures of it or like shoving it in my pockets or like whatever I need to take this information with me?
I imagine you're piling it ready to throw it in a duffel and get it out. So
Hell yeah, I am.
Yeah. Hey,
It's going to be an extra $1 million, Butterfield. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Yeah. Great. Blackmail. Let's do it. Hey, Ryan, I need your assistance over here. It might be covering me. It might be, I don't know, something. We should also, a protection up. And I turn around and knowing that, this is testing environments and he was definitely doing things here. I'm looking for like sterile gloves and like N95 masks and like protection. If I could find any of that for Ryan and me, I'd like to don this armor of microorganisms.
Yeah, you're able to find masks and black neoprene gloves. No problem.
Awesome. I'll toss them at Ryan. Hey, put these on. Better safe than sorry. And then start working my way back towards that cold door in the wall.
Okay, as you do that, we will cut over to Del Sandusky again. Del, time doesn't mean anything still, and you have no sense of what reality is, but a sensation happens. It doesn't arrive as an elegant signal across your delicate neural network, but as a sickening electric thump. There's a cold, insulating suspension of the cylinder, and it's shattered around you. It's a mechanical violation. There's a pressure, a metallic immediate sense that replaces this quiet you've been in. And your consciousness and essence is suddenly slammed against a vast alien architecture of bone and muscle. It is crushing. The first sensation is overwhelming. You feel unbelievable weight. The gentle external float of the jar is replaced by gravity, an immense, low-slung body you can feel around you. your sense of self is mapped onto a skeletal structure that is profoundly wrong. You feel a massive chest, a warm cavern of churning noises. There's a weird center of balance that's low and wide, and you feel impossibly heavy. And would you try to speak or anything?
I think trying to get my bearings inside of whatever this apparatus is that I'm now piloting, trying to establish sensation and control.
Yeah, you feel a rhythmic, powerful heave of unfamiliar lungs as you look internally. There's a gurgling churn to your stomach that does not feel right, and you feel an immense heat of living flesh surround you, and the air is strange. It smells like hay and damp earth, and there's something metallic and sweet in your mouth. You try to maybe clench your fist, and you can't. There's an uncoordinated shift, and a heavy jointed limb doesn't feel right when you try to make that sensation. You feel a sense that you're on the ground on 4 points. There is not 2 points holding you to the earth. You feel your neck is clumsy as well.
I think all of this is very disorienting, and I think nausea is the thing that first takes over, right? As though I'm almost like held in the center of some sort of gyroscope that is just flailing and moving about me, and I can't possibly, actually influence it to right or orient myself. Whether or not anything comes up, just the amount of sensation and burbling that I feel beneath me is just like, too foreign, too unwelcome.
Yeah, you feel that nausea, and you do just puke up a bunch of alfalfa and hay and chud as it comes out of your mouth and slaps on dirty wood slatted floor. And you look around, and you are in the inside of a barn.
Yeah, I think I will run my tongue over my teeth and try and clean out whatever just got spat out of my front end.
Yeah, you feel extremely hard gums as you run over those teeth that you were expecting.
Okay. Can I try and pick my head up and get a sense of anyone else who is around sharing this space?
Yeah, you orient to your surroundings, and you are surrounded by other cows who are staring at you intently in silence.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try and creak my big old neck as far to one side as I can and see what we're dealing with here.
Yeah, what type of cow do you think Dell would be transplanted into?
Question I hoped never to have to answer. I think it's got kind of like long shaggy fur, like a more of like a outdoor cow. That's not the right word for it. Non-domesticated breed, maybe, that became people liked them to have like dwarf miniature horses to get their spouses for Christmas. It's like a rich person thing, right? I think that's the type.
Okay. We will cut back to our Boggy Depot crew. Sometime in the past, you are presumably opening this cold hatch, and as you pull it open, the air vibrates, and you feel almost in your teeth a high pitch, violet, almost wine to it. This wine feels like a color to you, and the light in there is bluish purple as it spills out, and you hear the sound of a generator in there as well. Do you peek in? Do you crawl in?
Yeah. Is this like a 2 foot by 2 foot square, or what's the size of this?
3 foot by 3 foot. So okay. It's a big one.
Yeah.
So
yeah, pretty close. And it's, just to be clear, it was high up on the wall or is low down on the ground back behind the desk?
On the ground.
On the ground. Yeah, man. So let's push on forward. I think I'll whip out a flashlight and then go first. I'll head in there first.
You crawl in. Your body is hit with a cold wave, And as you're looking in, you see a large Honda generator, and it sits on the floor, but the side of it's been vivisected. There's no gas tank. There's a giant wire that runs up to a wall full of car batteries, and there's copper coils in and out of those, and you see a breaker box that's massive on the side of the wall. It looks like multiple breaker boxes stitched together with wire, and in the middle of it, there is a strange cylindrical tube / wand almost, and all of the wires seem to go into that.
So it's super cooling that one item in this room. This whole room seems to be just for this item, correct?
Do you have any physics, electrician, or even mechanic?
do.
Yeah.
I have 60 in both electrician and mechanic.
Give me an electrician roll. And
Yeah,
Ryan,
great.
you crawl in and you're able to stand up in here. It's a little tight. You see the same thing. What's your roll?
I failed. I got a 78 out of 60.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to tell if this room is for that thing or that thing is potentially powering it. Agent Ryan, what are you investigating as you look around?
What is this thing? Like, what is this object? Like, I'm just focusing on like what this object is and like where it perhaps came from.
You get close to it and it's hard to tell. It's like a blue wand that there's a bunch of wires feeding into. There is a hum coming from it. And you get close to it and you feel that it's very cold.
Sorry, is it something you can just touch, or is it encapsulated in something?
You could reach out and touch it if you want to. Yeah.
Okay, I will.
Yeah. You reach out and touch
Fearless.
it. It is quite cold, and you feel a shock run through your body and an arc. Barone, you see just an arc go from that thing to her finger and just zap her, or zap Ryan.
Okay. Enough to... Oh, interesting. It's not cooling it, it's charging it. The room is cold, but it is keeping this thing that it's charged cold. Interesting. Is it a shock that is enough to do damage? Is he...
Yeah, what did that feel like for me?
It just felt like you put your finger in an ice or in a electrical outlet, just like a bzz.
Okay, so not enough to actually hurt by any means, but like a tail shaking of a danger noodle, like stay away.
Yep.
Okay.
Barone, roll me a POW ×5.
Sure. Power, I'm looking for 55. That's cocked. I got a 12.
Your stomach starts to churn. The heavy metals inside of it seem to activate around this thing. It feels like it's almost calling to you.
Seems to activate. Is it like a soothing flexing of a muscle, or is it like a stomach ache, gonna throw up, nausea?
Soothing.
Soothing.
Yep.
Interesting. I was fully expecting you to go the other way with that. Okay. I'm going to let's free this thing. Oh, soothing a parasite is probably not good though. I mean, I still want to see what it is and touch it. Let's flip the breaker.
Yeah. You flip the breaker and it disconnects everything around that glowing rod, but it still maintains its glow.
Still maintains its glow. Hey Ryan, try putting your hand out again.
Sure. And I go and touch it.
Just a bzz.
Same thing.
Still shocks you.
Do we have any sort of tool that we can like use to pick it up where it doesn't impact us? Like
Sure.
gloves or, like one of those grippy things that they use in The Simpsons?
Yeah. You can... the nuclear core, the tongs. Yeah.
Awesome. We all knew exactly what you're talking about.
You see a long wrench with with plastic handles that is insulated that might work. So, who's gonna grab it?
I mean, I'm happy to do it. So,
Okay, go ahead and roll POW ×5 as you try this.
As he goes to do that, can I interrupt with words? So, playing devil's advocate here, I am super curious what this thing is. If this is the thing, This might be just something we destroy and don't play with. If this is where the microbes to infect everything came from, taking this out of this room is a no very bad thing. Do you have any thoughts on that? Is this the right thing to do, Ryan?
Barone, as you're watching this happen, do you have any unnatural at this point?
I have one. I have one unnatural. Yeah. Okay. So, no, not really. I mean, I think like our ways forward from here is take this thing with us, which is unleashing it on the world. And if we can't
my thoughts are that it needs this cooling system to survive, and like by removing it, we are harming it, which is effectively what you're advocating for. But also, I have not sure if I want to destroy it either.
Yeah, I mean, my whole decisions before to trust instead of destroy have thoroughly come back and bitten me in the ass quite immediately. So, I mean, if this, I don't think we should take this towards any more people or feed it anything else. If this is the thing that infected this swamp and, brought ruin across this whole area, I don't know if my curiosity is worth an entire population of a city and probably a chunk of the world. We could just fucking C4 the shit out of this bad boy.
I will let you make the call, but I'm feeling very nervous about that option.
Okay, let me come at this at a different angle. I don't have a choice but to start to try and trust you again. And Butterfield said you are specifically very important to us for certain skill sets. Do you know anything about this? Do you know why this is important, or if it is, or do you know anything, Ryan, that I might not know in this exact moment in time?
Ryan, if you want, you can roll your unnatural and even your botany at this point.
Okay, I don't have botany on my thing.
It's craft botany, so it's 32 for you.
Oh, yes. You said that or unnatural?
You can do both if you like. If you roll unnatural and fail, there'll be a consequence, but yeah, go for it.
Okay. Botany first, 32. Ooh, got 007.
Yeah, it's really, between your knowledge of the sciences and your high intelligence, you doubt that this thing would be the infecting agent, but you're not totally sure. You're kind of like, well, I don't know. This is very mechanical feeling, and the alien things that you fought themselves were very organic and gross, and your guess is that just them existing in a place probably infects things. And are you also rolling your unnatural?
Sure. Why not?
How much is your unnatural?
20?
Okay. Do you want to do that? If you fail, there's consequences.
I'm gonna do it.
If not now, then weigh in.
Yeah.
And I got a 38.
Yeah. As you're thinking through this, you just grab it with your hand.
Okay.
Can you make a con ×5 roll?
That's Constitution, yes?
Yes.
Looking for 60. 006.
Damn. All right. You grab it. You fall on your ass as this thing starts to shock you. Barone, Ryan is sitting there paralyzed on the ground, seemingly not getting hurt, but doesn't seem to be able to let go of this thing. What do you do?
Yeah, definitely. Those tongs that Ryan was grabbing to grab the thing before I distracted him with the question of right and wrong, I assume those have probably dropped to the ground. I'm going to grab those and try and wrench this thing out of his hands.
Make a dex ×5 to see if you can get a hold of it.
Sure, dex ×5. I'm looking for a 70. I got a 51 success.
Yep. You're able to get it, and you immediately feel that charge come through your body, and you can feel just something in you as your entire sense of energy and self is pulled through your arm. You look down even, and you start to see veins appear, and they glow a slight blue as this current has made connection with you, and it soothes you. Are you pulling it out of Ryan's grasp?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. If it is not harming me and it is not forcing me to God, that would be bad if we both were just stuck to this thing forever until we die. Yeah, it's clearly hurting my partner, Ryan. I would like to pull it out of his hands. Yeah.
Go ahead and make a strength times 5 to see if you can do it with these pliers. Minus 20%.
Minus 20. So I'm 65 down to 45. And we got a 56 fail.
Okay. Yeah, with these pliers, it's going to be really tough.
Okay. Can I punt this thing out of... Ooh, it might break it. Hey, man. Okay. I would like to kick his hands to free it out of his hands.
Go ahead and make a unarmed.
Unarmed. Oh, I'm looking for a 40. Got a 48 failure.
Yeah, you're pussyfooting around it. Like, you think you just got to grab it if you wanted to get off of him.
Okay. Okay. God damn it, Ryan. And then, I'm going to drop it and I'm just going to grab it straight from his hands. You
grab it and you don't get shocked. It feels like your hand is swimming, like there's fish under your skin, as whatever's inside of you is insulating you from it, and you pull it. You're able to subconsciously turn it off. Like, it just goes slack in your hand. Ryan, you feel the stun of it drop. Agent Ryan, can you roll me SAN?
Am I still holding it or no?
No, he pulled it out of your hands and turned it off.
Yeah, got a 84.
Okay. Yeah, you just lose one.
Just one.
And Agent Barone, you're holding this thing that's about 2.5 feet long. It's no longer glowing. What do you do with it?
I mean, I think most important thing is not this, even though I am flabbergasted that this thing isn't, taking me out like it did Ryan. I think my first thing is to check on Ryan. Ryan, are you okay?
What just happened?
I mean, I don't know, and I don't know why I am fully able to hold this thing. I think the microbes and whatever inside of me, the metal is some sort of barrier, and I'll kind of just show Ryan my hands. I mean, either way, I think this is something we could probably take with us instead of, let's, I think we'd take this.
Seems you are closer to these creatures than I.
Yeah, not happy to hear that, Ryan, but it seems I am involved now fully. And I'll look for something to start wrapping this up, maybe like a lab coat back through the door, or like working our way out of here. I take it a cursory glance around. Well, not cursory, we've been in here, but taking another glance around. This is the entire purpose of this room is this. There's the generators, the cables, but there doesn't seem to be like instructions or notes or anything like that in this cooling area, right?
Roll a POW times 5. If you fail, there will be consequences. But go ahead. Yeah.
No. Okay. Just kidding. My POW is 55. I rolled a 53.
Yeah. You almost fall into this thing for a second. You can tell you are able to use it. And so essentially, mechanically, what you have is a Mego shock prod. And you can use willpower and sacrifice one sanity to either stun somebody or turn them off. Basically, shut them down.
Okay, are we talking like turn them off and they die forever? Or are we talking like turn them off like in a 1980s movie and they karate chop somebody in the back of the neck and they pass out for a while?
There's both options. So basically, you get a D10 rounds of stun with one option. And the other option is you get a under 20% lethality. So you just roll under that. And if it's under 20, then you kill the target. And so to activate this, to activate the stun, you spend 2 willpower and 1 sanity. To activate the lethal, you spend 3 willpower and 4 sanity.
Okay. So it ramps depending on what you want. Okay, great. And does it appear to be like if you pull a knife out it comes in a sheath that protects it, and you store it in the sheath, and that's safe, and then you pull it out when you're ready for danger time. Does it appear like there's like a safe handle grip for this, and like very clearly this other part can be stored away, tucked into a sheath, or no, it's just kind of makeshift then?
Yeah, you get the sense that you've powered it down. If you handed it to Ryan, he would be fine.
Okay, Ryan, we're going to do a little science here. Tell me if you feel anything. I'm going to hold the rod out to Ryan.
And I'm like, ugh, and I reach out and just touch it with the tip of my finger.
It feels cold. That's it.
Okay. It didn't buzz me this time.
Okay, great. I think this is a one-user type weapon, though. You didn't feel anything when you did that? It's no shock,
it just feels cold, but that's about it.
Okay. All right. I think this might be our answer in getting you out of your brain agreement. Possibly. I'll tell you more about it on the way, but I think we should probably start to get on out of here.
Okay.
Agent Ryan, do you want to leave? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I have concerns about like what to do with Dell's body.
Yeah, no, I mean, I do too. I don't think we go back to town with it, sadly. And I don't think anybody should ever find this place again. And Dell in his awesome explosion fueled backpack there left us a bunch of C4. I think we make this Dell's final burial site.
I think so too.
You
All right.
are going to leave the bunker and blow this place up, it sounds like.
I think that is the goal. We spent a significant amount of time, packaging up all of this stuff and, wrapping it in a blanket and making sure that we had all the information. We got the whatever the heck this thing is. I don't think there's anything left but to, say a couple words over Dell's body and blow this place.
Yeah. And so as you're leaving the bunker, you have a satchel full of paperwork just stacked full, some maps, all this stuff. You have the rod. Who's going out first?
I'm fine too.
Can you roll me a luck?
Okay. 47.
Okay. Before you emerge, you hear out there, you hear somebody going, fuck, what the fuck? Oh my God. What do you do?
So I hear this before I even open the door?
You're climbing up the ladder and
Okay.
you hear that from the surface.
I will try to be really stealthy and peek to see who it might be.
You're almost to the top. You peek out and you see Ranger McKell standing over Dell's body with a pistol in his hand.